To it. Ah. Say it ain't so. I don't even know. But I know. Oh, me. Oh, my. Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Girls in the pitch. Capital with a steak, baby boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all hang tight. I'm looking for my little bag. Where, oh, where? Boy, it's been a day. I didn't go live earlier. And something else. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all ages. I have laid down the bag of screws for the dash, and I don't know what I've done with them because I got a mess. So I guess we're gonna move to something else. It's gonna move to something else. Let me see who's in this juke joint. T-Bone, Gary, Chris, Nathan, Henry, Roger. All right. I tell you what. Let me give you a little let me give you a little advice. If you ever put a Gen 5 or a Gen 2, or I mean a Gen 5 or a Gen 4 air conditioner from Vintage Air on a 63 Impala, let me tell you what to do first. Tell me, Jay. Tell me what you want me to do first. What I want you to do first is when you get everything put inside, make sure you run your duct work before you put 90% of everything back together. Because let me go on and tell you, that was not fun at all. It's not like a truck. A C10 truck. I'm looking for the bag of screws. A C10 truck, you can get around there and finagle and run the duct work. On a 63 Impala, not so much. I'm telling you what, I was so daggone mad at myself. I'm gonna go and tell you right now. Oh yeah, if I didn't need them, I'd be, yeah, you right on that. I'm gonna go and tell you, that son of a gun is tight. And I am talking bullfrog butthole tight. I got it though. I did have to pull the gauge cluster out, and I put all the screws in a little bag, and I don't know what in the hell I done with it. But anyways, let me show you. Let me get down here and live with you for a second. Look at that right there. That right there is like a damn octopus from the damn bottoms of the abyss with Davy Jones. That is tight. I'm talking tight. Tight. My hands. I believe I could get a job for being a gynecologist after this one. I'm gonna go on and tell you right now, cause I was finagling and all kinds of stuff. I am telling you right now, tight. I think I'm gonna go be a gynecologist Monday, cause I believe I can get it. I believe I can figure it out. I promise you. Sweet Lord of baby Jesus. Woo! Yeah. I got all this wired up. I got this mounted. I got this right here mounted. Oh, let me get my damn chicken grease off the daggone lens. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Y'all hang tight. Bear with me. I'm sorry. Hold on. I am so sorry. I apologize. Let me wipe the tears out your eyes. There we go. Yeah, carpet looks good. It laid down. I still need to steam it. Once I get the seats in and get some weight on it and bolt everything down, it should be good. I got to do a little trimming. You see, it was already pre-molded, so it's laying where it's supposed to lay. But see, it's a little long right there. I got to trim it. And I think I'm going to be able to use this ring. Even though we made one, I just kept cutting it. I'd cut a little bit and then I'd burn it. I'd cut a little bit and then I wish I had a hot knife. You know, upholstery guys, you know, they have a knife that's plugged up like a heat gun and it just cuts through it like butter. So what I did is I cut it with a pair of scissors, and I got to go in here and I got to burn these frays. I got to burn that fray. But I believe I can use the old ring, and I found the boot. Oh, right over there, I got the boot. But yeah, so I got all this hooked up. You flip this on, air ride comes on. Red light means it's stopped. No light means it's running. So I got that. Got this mounted and got the vents hooked up on this one. Got the vents hooked up on that one. I got the vents hooked up on that one. But I'm telling you what, now, I gotta have all this stuff done, this sun gun on its wheels by Monday. I had ordered, well, let me take that back. I thought I had one, and I looked and looked and looked and looked, and I said, piss on it. I ain't looking for it no more. I thought I had a flex plate tool. I think that's what, I don't know. It's a flex plate tool. So what it is, it's a tool that you hook on the teeth of the flex plate, and then it's hooked on like a flat pry bar. You put it on the flex plate, and you can turn the flex plate. Put the car in neutral, and you can turn the flex plate so you can install the torque converter bolts. I thought I had one, and I probably do somewhere, but I could not find it. What did I come over here to get? Could not find it, so I ordered one yesterday from AutoZone. It's supposed to be in here today, but I didn't check. So got to do that. Oh, the glove box. That's what I was going to do. Here's the glove box. Harbor Freight sells them. No, I have not. Nathan, I have not. I have not installed the deck lid or the hood. No, sir. This is the glove box cover, and I want y'all to look. That son of a gun is cracked. Cracked. Look at that. See that? It's cracked. So, might have to do a little bit of plastic welding on that. Do you need some? No, I don't need. I appreciate it, Nathan. I'm good, man. You've done you've done more than enough. So this is the glove box. They say this is the glove box, and if it is, so you got the 3 holes, and then you got the 3 screws. I'm probably going to take the lid off and then get that son of a gun in there. So that's that. I got to hide these wires. I mean, it's a lot. It looks like a lot, and it is a lot. But yeah. Tomorrow when I go to get the tool, I'm gonna run by Walmart and see they got a steamer, and I'm gonna grab it, and then I'm gonna steam the carpet, and then so tomorrow I figured I'd jump on here and see what y'all got going on. It's cold. It's like 34 degrees outside. Besides that, we good to go. I got to install the hood and the deck lid. I got somebody that's local, Nathan. They can come and help me. There's a few things that I'm probably not going to get done, like the interior light. I'll just have to do that later because I got to take the headliner down to get to it, so I'm not even going to fool with it. Put the back seat in. I got the seat belts back in. I got to put the hood springs on. I got to put the hood springs on. I got to put those on. I got this little tool that I made that I can put the springs on. Got that done. Got the battery done. Got this done. Once we get it outside on the runway, we're going to flush the radiator out, and we're going to hook up that other hose. I have to adjust the detent cable just a little bit. I have to run the control unit. I have to unhook it and then run it through. I have to unhook it and then run it through the firewall, and then I'm gonna have to install this somewhere where it's where you can see it, where it won't be in the way, but you can see it. So what I'm thinking about doing is making a bracket. I'm thinking about making a bracket and putting it right there is where I'm thinking about putting it. So I'm thinking about, it has a tray that goes with it, but it won't fit right there. So I'm thinking about something, I don't know, something of that nature. Just making a bracket, and most of the time it's two-sided sticky tape to the back side of it. So probably what I'll do is, I don't know, I'll figure something out. I could, damn, it won't fit there. I would say I'd sticky tape it to the face of the ashtray because he's not a smoker. And I don't know, I'll figure something out where I can mount this where he can see it, you know. I might even, I don't know. I'll figure out somewhere. I'll figure somewhere to put it. After I get the seat in it, I'll find somewhere to put it. I mean, he really don't, well, I'd want to see it because it's the sniper system. I'd want to see it. So I got to figure out, I might throw on chicken's ice. I don't know. I might try to move this and put it like right there. But this dude's a pretty big dude. He's like 6'4". So I've already had to extend the seat bracket so he can get in here and slide the seat back. So he's like 6'4". I just got to find somewhere to put this where you can see it and it won't be in the way. And I don't want to drill no holes in the dash or nothing like that, but you already got holes that's already in the bottom of the dash. Or somebody's already drilled before. So I'll figure something out where I can put this. Yeah, it needs to be somewhere where he can see it easily. So, I mean, I might, like I said, once I get the seat in here, I can probably figure something out. I mean, I might be able to make a bracket. I might be able to make a bracket to go to the back, make a bracket that ties into that and just comes out at an angle. And then we can just two-sided sticky tape it, like right there. So when he looks over, he can see it. You know, use that hole right there for the mounting piece, and then make a tab. Or better yet, you know what I could do? I could just use sticky tape all together. I could take a piece of aluminum because it won't rust, and then what we can do is I can take it where I can hide this wire, this cable, and what I can do is I can actually put it Well, I can't put it there. It's in the way of the gas gauge. Can't put it there. I might put it like right here. Put it like right there out of the way, because you can still see the speedo and it's still right there, and it's in its peripheral. Take and make a piece and bend it on an angle, and then clean this off, and then two-sided sticky tape it to the dash, and then two-sided sticky tape this to that like it's supposed to be, and then the handheld will be right there, and then we could take the wire and run it up here in there and tuck it, and then the handheld will be right there. I'm thinking to the right of the column. Well, if I put it right there, if I put it to the right side of the column, Nathan, you won't be able to see the gas gauge. It'd be in the way. So maybe the left side of the column, we can put it right there, and just two-sided sticky tape. You can't put it in a steering wheel, dude. It's got a cable on it. And so I might just put it like right there. Just two-sided sticky tape it with that 3M's two-sided sticky tape, and then sticky tape that to it like that, and it'd be fine. We might just put it right there, because it's not in the way, and it's right there, and you can be able to see it. So we'll probably do that, but I still got to hook the purple wire. The purple wire, we got to hook it up to a 12-volt key source. This is for the air conditioner system, and this is the ground for the gas gauge. So I need to run one more wire all the way to the back of the, well, I need to find the wire that's coming from the trunk or coming from the gas tank to the front of the car, find it, and then see if I can find it in here and tap it into there. If not, then I need to get some more wire and run this all the way to the back of the sending unit to the gas gauge, and that will button it, because when you ground this out, the gauge works. So everything else works, and I need to put the steering wheel back on. I took it off because it was in the way. I just popped it off. And then that's about it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you. That right there, that's loud, and it's not rubbing on nothing. It's just loud. That, I guess when the car's running, you won't hear all that shit. This is 700R, but it's not rubbing on nothing. I got my kid out here to get him to move it while I was underneath it, and it's not rubbing, it's not touching anything. It's just loud. So it is what it is on that. So once we hook that purple wire up, then the controllers should come on for the air conditioner, and I can turn the fan on and check all that stuff, and go from there. And I got to put the gas pedal, and I have to mount I jumped on here. I'm probably going to finish all this tonight, or a lot of it tonight. Just, it's already 9 o'clock here, so I'll probably just stay out here. So I got to mount this to the floor, and then I got to cut a hole for the grommet, wherever the hell right there it is. There's the grommet for the bump switch, and then there's the boot. I got to take the shifter knob off and slide that down, and then fasten that to the thing. No, it's a 63 Impala. 63. Hey, y'all, hey, look. Y'all hold tight. Don't go nowhere. Hold tight. I gotta check this message. Don't go nowhere. Hang tight. Daggone, we was 150 people was watching on my end. I had to take that message right there, and we dropped down to 5. It is what it is, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, you put it in drive and you're done. Yeah, you're right, Nathan. You're right. It's a 63. You stole Busy Bee tonight. Oh, okay, Matt. Cool deal. All right, so we back. All right, so got that. So like I said, um, stereo's done, speakers are done. Got the carpet in. I got to steam it, let it lay flat. It laid out a little bit. Put the back seat in, which is nothing. Just snap it in to those little clips right there. We burn all the holes with a hot poker for all the bolt holes for the seats. Since I got this slid up, you see right there where the carpet is and the padding. Somebody else put brackets in there because it's got bucket seats. So I need to burn these holes right here. I need to burn them. So these pop through, and then I can set the seat in, bolt the seat down, that'll pull it down. And then when I put the threshold plate, that's gonna hold it down as well. And then go from there. So we can burn those holes right there. We can burn those holes right there. I'll show you how I do it. You do it any way you want to. I'm gonna show you the way I do it so you don't fray the carpet. Like when I cut around the shifter, I had to cut it with a razor blade. If I had a hot knife, I would have cut it. But when I cut the carpet around the shifter, I'll go back and I'll melt the ends so it don't fray, so it don't come out from underneath itself. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody tell you got a Santa vibe. What are you talking about? Man, I cut my beard, man. I trimmed it back. That son of a gun was down here. You should have seen it. I trimmed it some. All right, so let me get something so I can put my phone up. Let me see what the temperature is in here. It says it's 50 degrees in here. Don't get me to line. All right. Let me show you. Can y'all see that right there? Nope. I can't see that right there. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that? Because all I see is the chat. So I can't see nothing but the chat. Can y'all see that right there? All right, we're good. Well, I was gonna put some light on it, but so right there's the bolt hole, right? So what I do is you can take a soldering gun. You can take hold on, I'm trying to get y'all in here so y'all can see, because that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Edumacation. That's a big word like mayonnaise, ain't it? All right, now, you can take a soldering gun, a soldering iron, whatever. But the problem is, if you take a razor knife and you cut it, then you split it, and then the fray is gonna fray out like around the shifter, and I'll burn that. If you take a drill and try to drill it, you're gonna twist up the threads of this nylon, and you're gonna pull the daggone thread all the way across and you're gonna just destroy your carpet. So there's a bunch of ways to do it. So this is what I do. I just take a bull pen, right? Take a bull pen, take my little torch, right? And I literally just do that right there. I just hold it, right? And then till it gets pretty hot, you know. And then we'll show you. Yeah, I'll catch up on the chat at the end. We usually run about 60-minute lives. No politics, no religion. If you want to talk about that, we can talk about that in private. We're not going to talk about it in the chat. We're not going to talk about it. We get a lot of that shit echo chambered in our face every day, and we just not doing it over here. So we pick and cut up, but be respectful. Don't be disrespectful. If you talk about religion or politics, one of the guys with the blue wrenches, they will order you an Uber and send you packing. Um, so this is what I do. Oh, David Stacy. Oh yeah, he's a cool dude, man. I know him. I met him a couple times. He's a super cool dude. So what I do is I just get that son of a gun hot. I get it smoking hot. DoorDash. We don't have that around here. All right, so she's hot, boy. See that? She's hot. She's hot like prom night. So you just push down on the top of the bolt, and I know the bolt's right there. So I use this bullpen because it's flat on the end, right? See that it's flat? And I use it like a pencil. And I find the top of the bolt, and I just go in a circle, and it just poof. I wish I could hold the camera up so you could see it, but I'm gonna try my best. So I just take this bad boy right there, stick it down like there. That's where the bolt's at. Look at there. Look, see that? And there she is, right through the carpet. Right there through the carpet. And right there's the other one, right there. So we're gonna do the other one, so y'all hang tight. I'll show you. Get it back cherry red. Yeah, and I done the same thing on the back, you know. You just take and just touch it, and it'll melt. It'll just melt the daggone carpet out of the way, and then you just push it right on down. So all right, so right there. So the other one is right here, all right? So you just take it, find it, take the end of it, and just look. See that? See that? Now your bolts, it's through your carpet, and it's melted, and you don't have to worry about anything, it unraveling or nothing. Not nothing, not now thing. Where the other one at? Where's this other one at? All right, this other one right here is sideways. See how that one comes out like that? Because they got a bracket. So this other one is right. It is right. It's right there. It's right there. So I'm gonna try to set y'all up where y'all can actually see it. Well, maybe, I don't know. So it's right. Yeah, it's right there. I gotta heat my torch up. So y'all hang tight. So I'm heating the end of it up. Uh, 1-800. Hey, I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, drop a comment, boys and girls. We on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Like I said, if you don't want to use the torch or nothing like that, you can get a soldering iron. A soldering iron, it'll work too, like this, to do electrical stuff with. That will work. So I got that sun gun cherry red. All right, so we just gotta find it. All right, it's right there. All right, and all you do is just Hold on, I got to put a little pressure on this one. I don't want to knock the torch over. Now this one was already a pain in the ass anyway, because the way they got this bracket. So when I go to put the seat in, it'll be a pain, because there ain't a lot of room around the way that bracket is. So what I'll do is I'll probably melt a little bit more at the top. It's still hot. See, it's just melting the threads. All right, yeah, I can get to it. And then when I set the seat in there, I slide the seat over and I can put the bolts in it. Same way I done these. So same way with these, I just put pressure on it. And I got a short video if you can go back and watch it. So I just put pressure on it, and I had this cherry red, and I just rubbed it like that right there on the flat spot, and it just slid right over. That's the clips for the back seat. Same thing for the holes for the seat belts, right? So you just find where the hole's at, you get this thing cherry red, and if you can get underneath it, all you gotta do is just touch it, and it'll melt. And then you're good to go. And you don't have to worry about fraying your carpet or anything like that. Now, up here on the shifter, what I did was I melted a hole for the shifter knob to drop in, and then I just couldn't melt the bigger hole, so I just took a razor knife and a scissors, and I cut it where the shifter will slide down. So what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll take a piece of flat bar, and I'll heat it up, and I'll cauterize all this. So when I go to screw this boot down, I got to take the ball off so I can slide the boot down and then pull the boot up underneath the lip. And then I got to get some long self-tapping button head screws. I got to pick them up too. And then I'll screw this down to the tunnel, and then the boot will be done. So that was it. Well, that's interesting. So I appreciate every single one of you in here. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. But tomorrow, Lord willing, and I wake up tomorrow. If I don't wake up tomorrow, then somebody else can do it. Somebody else can finish it. But tomorrow, when I get up and I get all my chores done, I'm gonna come out here. Tomorrow, I'm just gonna make a list tonight, everything I need to do. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try to knock everything out and get it down on the ground, get it rolled outside, and it's gonna be cold. And daggone, Nathan, appreciate that, buddy. Get this thing on the ground, get it outside, and go ahead and flush the radiator out, get all that stuff done, and then go from there. And then go ahead and put the hood springs on. I got this little tool that I made. What? What'd you say? I see you have a photo, JG. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Gary? I have a photo. What are you talking about? All right, so until Gary tells me what he's talking about, and then I'll check up on the comments. So tomorrow, that'll be a good spot tomorrow. If I can get the tool comes in and get the torque converter bolts in, get the dry shaft. The dry shaft's not in. Put the dry shaft in. It just should be fine. Then I can get it out there on the runway, and then we can flush the radiator out. Put the hose. Once I flush the radiator out, I can take this off and then put the 5/8 coolant hose right there, and then that'll be good on that. I'm gonna charge the battery tomorrow. I'm not gonna charge it tonight because, like Nathan said, I don't like leaving battery charges on overnight. And then get it out there and then wash all the dust off of it. And should be good. Should be. I'm not gonna put the wheels on it until I get it back from the exhaust shop, because if they welding splatter pops out, I don't want to get on the wheels. So hopefully this weather goes away, because I really don't want to have to haul this thing in the rain. I really don't, but if I have to, I will. But Monday I'm supposed to have the exhaust put on it. I already have the mufflers, and we're going to try to run it out over the rear end if we can. If we can get it over the rear end and out the back, that'd be great. If we can't run it out the back, we're just going to end it. We're going to dump it right here, somewhere right here in front of the back tire. It's not going to be as loud as it was originally, because it had 3-inch exhaust on it, and we're not running 3-inch exhaust this time. We're going with like 2-inch exhaust. We need to try to get it over the rear end, because he really wants it to come out the back, the true duals out the back. So my exhaust shop guy said he's going to work with me, and we just might have to let the air out of the air ride and see if it pinches it. And if it don't pinch it, then we'll run it on out the back. If it pinches it, then we'll just have to do something different. And the client said it'd be all right, but if we dump it right here, but not sticking out, but just dump it in front of the rear end, just turn it down as best we can. It was loud before, and he had somebody run it out the back, but when he would go to let the air ride out, the 3-inch exhaust would set on top of the rear end and mash up into the bottom of the floor pans, and the car would just sit there and rock. Also, it had long tube headers on it too, and the headers would set on the floor and the car would rock back and forth. But now it has those ram air horn headers or exhaust manifolds like they're supposed to on the Corvettes and the stuff like that. But I'm really hoping we can get that way, and then we'll go from there. Engine runs, brand new engine from Blueprint. It's a 400 horse, 400 foot-pounds of torque. Transmission's rebuilt. We got to check the transmission fluid again, make sure we capped off. Once we crank it up and run and put it in gear, and what I'll do is I'm gonna jack it up and get the rear end off the ground, and then I'll crank it up and put it in gear and go through the cycle. And then once it does that and it gets up to operating temperature, I'll check the transmission fluid. The torque converter, I filled up the torque converter before we put it in the transmission, and the transmission's been filled up. But once it comes on and the lines charge and goes through the transmission cooler, it's probably going to drop about a quart. Probably a quart of transmission fluid, it'll probably drop. So I have to put some more transmission fluid in it, and then we'll just go through drive and reverse and make sure everything's good in the transmission, make sure everything's shifting good, and then we'll check the brakes, make sure the brakes is good. If we have to bleed the brakes, I'll bleed the brakes, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, that's what, no DD speed zoom? What, no DD speed shop zoom? No. Oh, chicken and dumplings, that sounds good. Yeah, and the client, I told him, hey, look, I need to test drive the car. I said, you need to put me on, give me permission, put me on the insurance, whatever you want me to do. So we got to make sure we got good brakes, make sure the steering's good. Oh yeah, when we do the steering, we got to make sure the steering's good. We got to check the coolant for the radiator for the heater. The air conditioner, we're not going to charge the air conditioner until he gets back, because I just don't have time to do it. He don't need the air conditioner, but he'll need the heat. So we're going to make sure we don't have no leaks, and we shouldn't have no leaks. Make sure the heater works, everything's good, the defroster works. Make sure all that stuff works, which it should. I mean, it should work. There's no reason why it shouldn't. It's a brand new Gen 5 AC system. and go from there. Let's see what else. Got to check the detent cable. Got to make sure the throttle response. Oh, we got to put the gas pedal in the floor. Got to put the gas pedal in the floor. Make sure the throttle got good response and it shuts off like it's supposed to. And then bring it up to operating temperature and check everything out and go from there. But like I said, the engine's already been broke in. It's already been dyno pulled and all that good stuff. So it's a blueprint engine. It's called the 400. It makes like 370 horsepower and like 70 foot-pounds of torque. So it should be good in this little juke joint. And we'll go from there. This car did not have front shocks on it. They took them off. I have checked and I can't get a definite answer on the front shocks. So I haven't bought no front shocks for it. I've reached out to a couple different people and they's like, hey man, you just have to sit back there and figure out which one fits. The car didn't have front shocks on it when I got it. So it'll be okay for him to drive it. He drove it for a year without no front shocks. So I don't think it's going to make no difference. And then I want him to drive it. I'm going to drive it, and then I want him to drive it, and then we'll go from there. And then hopefully I can figure out what shocks was on it, and we can put front shocks on it. But like I said, we got all the hoses made. We got all the hoses made. The high pressure hoses. We got all those made. I'm gonna rotate this one around just a little bit. I'm gonna loosen this one up and rotate it 180 degrees to get the loop on this side, just because if the belt was ever to come off, it would grab the hose and just, I don't think it would tear the hose up. I'm just gonna rotate this fitting 180. I'm gonna rotate it 180 and make it go this way and put the loop here instead of there, and just go from there. Like I said, everything works. The throttle works. I gotta put the detent cable on it and adjust it, and then we'll go from there. So, what do you say? We didn't put shocks on the seat. Well, that makes me feel better. What's up, Bill? Well, that makes me feel even better, Mac, because this one don't have front shocks on it at all. Absolutely zero zilch. Absolutely zero zilch. And then put the threshold plates in there. Yeah, it looks like a lot. It is a lot, and I'm kind of, I don't know what the word is. I'm kind of interested to see what the radio is going to sound like out there on the runway, because there's no signal in here, because that radio don't have Bluetooth. It's just antenna, and there's the antenna right there. So I'm kind of interested in what the radio is going to sound like out there on the runway. And then just double check, make sure everything works. Headlights, turn signals, brake lights, all that stuff works, and then we're good to go. Like I said, Monday I have to have it at the exhaust shop, I think 9 or 10 o'clock Monday morning, and they said they would have all the exhaust done Monday. And then I'm probably going to stay and make sure everything's done right. It's just local. And then bring it back and then double check everything. And then if it does good, then maybe just test drive it up the road and back just to see how everything acts. And then double check everything, nut and bolt everything, make sure I ain't got no leaks. Drive it an eighth of a mile up the road and drive it back, make sure I ain't got no leaks. Hopefully it's not raining, because I definitely don't want to drive it in the rain, and because I won't be able to see if anything's leaking, and go from there. But like I said, a lot of stuff's been fixed, a lot of stuff's been replaced, a lot of stuff's been going on this car, a lot of systems has been updated. Originally it was just a disc brake conversion. Then we rebuilt the rear end, and then it just snowballed into an engine, a transmission, drive shaft, wiring, AC system. So it's just snowballed. And he has an event he wants to go to at the 15th of this month. So literally I have like 7 days to finish doing what I need to do. So, yeah, the O2 sensor. Yeah, no, it has wire wheels on it. It has 13-inch wire wheels on it. They're putting storage. Yeah, the O2 sensor will be put into the new exhaust. Yes, Mac. So yeah, that's that. And I've tested the pressure switch, and it's acting funny. Like 1 minute it works, and the next minute it don't. And what I'm talking about is the pressure switch right here. It's acting funny, and I don't have another pressure switch, so I could rob the one off my son's truck for the time being and go from there. But I've never seen one of them things go bad like that. But nevertheless, we'll just I don't know. And then we put the purge valve right there. That gets all the water out of the system, and then we go from there. I didn't know if you. No, I didn't put. Oh yeah, I got to put the steering wheel on it too. Yeah. No, I know I didn't put no down pipes on them, Mac. It's just the horns. They're just the horns. And then rinse it off, and then go from there. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But like I said, making good headway with it. Making good headway with it. Let me see. Did I miss any questions? Uh, 1989. How hard is it to put the leveling kit? I don't know. If you're not mechanically inclined, it's going to be a 9 or a 10. But if you're mechanically inclined, it's probably going to be a 5 or 6. It's red. Sorry. Sorry, it's red. Yeah. 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 So we already have the mufflers. I already have the mufflers, and we got those little small MagnaFlu blow through mufflers. So it should do pretty good. It should sound really, really nice. And this car has an X chassis. It has a Canadian X chassis, so the chassis actually looks like the letter X. So you have to run the exhaust the same way. So literally, like literally, the chassis. Damn, I must have stepped on that pin. I sure did. So the chassis on this car is literally like that. That's how the chassis is on this car, right? Like that. This is the front wheel. This is the front wheel. This is the back wheel. This is the back wheel. The chassis is literally like an X. So when you come out with exhaust, you got to run the exhaust down the chassis in an X pattern. There's no way to go through or anything like that. It's an X. So you can't run it like you can't run it traditionally out of the engine and out and then run your cross pipe and run it over the rear end. You can't do it like that because the chassis is an X. So yeah, it's a Canadian X chassis, so it's solid all the way out the back. An American chassis is open once it goes over the rear end. It's like a C channel, but this one's a Canadian chassis, so it's solid all the way out the back. So, but anyways, all right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody tapping in with the 50-minute mark. I didn't see any questions that I missed. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I appreciate all the gifts. I'm not on here for that, but I appreciate it. I really do. It helps out a lot. So I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate everybody's support and encouragement. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Adam's lace frame, and I'll ask him about the exhaust. Oh no, yeah. I'm probably gonna work for about another 45 minutes in here, and then I'm probably gonna go fill up the wood heater, and then I'm probably gonna go make me some clam chowder. I think I got some clam chowder in the can. think I'll go in there and have me 2 big bowls of clam chowder. And go from there. So I appreciate every single one of you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, drop a comment, share, comment. Go check some of the shorts out. I dropped some shorts today, some old school stuff that my buddy had. And I appreciate every single one of you, man. I appreciate you too. Remember what I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your Woo! Don't worry about the man up the road. Don't worry about the man down the road. Sweep off your own front porch before sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose.